Top 5 trades that can make you a millionaire before 40 in 2025. Look, I'm going to tell you something that your guidance counselor never did. You don't need a 200K degree to make 200K a year. You need skills, strategy, and the guts to bet on yourself. While everyone's fighting over corporate jobs, there's a group of people making millions with their hands and their brains. And yeah, before we get started, smash that like button and subscribe. All right, let's get into it. I'm about to show you 5 trades that'll make you a millionaire before 40. Not theory, not hype, proven paths. Now, before you think I'm some random internet guru, let me tell you exactly who I am. I'm 50 years old, half a century of living, learning, and earning. Started my journey in the sheet metal union, spent 14 years there, learning what real work looks like. Came in green as hell, just an apprentice who barely knew which end of the hammer to hold. But then I learned, grinded, made it to foreman. Then I had the realization I was building someone else's empire. So 15 years ago, I became an HVAC contractor, started building my empire. That's 29 years total in the trades, almost 3 decades of watching people get rich or watching them stay broke. The difference? The choices they made. And I'm here to show you the right choices. Here's what I've learned after 29 years. The millionaires in the trades all do the same thing. They pick a skilled trade. They master it. Then they scale it. They stop trading hours for dollars and start building systems. These 5 trades, they're your blueprint. You start as an apprentice. Learn from the best. Build your reputation. Then you flip the switch. Go independent, hire a crew, build a business. That's when the real money shows up. Let's break it down. Number 5, fire sprinkler fitter. Bet you didn't see this one coming. But listen, every commercial building needs fire sprinklers. It's required by law. Office buildings, hotels, hospitals, warehouses, apartments, shopping centers, every single one. And here's the kicker. There's a massive shortage of qualified sprinkler fitters. Like companies are desperate. The numbers. Union sprinkler fitters make $55K to $95K plus as employees. That's solid middle class money right out the gate. Journeyman level in high demand markets, $70K to $110K plus easy. But contractors, fire protection contractors doing commercial installations and inspections, $200K to $500K plus annually. The big players with multiple crews doing high rises and industrial projects, $500K to over $1 million plus. You're billing $100 to $175 an hour, depending on the project complexity. How do you get in? Union apprenticeship through the UA, United Association. That's your best bet. Takes about 5 years. You're learning pipe fitting, welding, blueprint reading, hydraulic calculations, and fire protection codes. Or you can go through a trade school program and get hired by a fire protection company. Either way, you need to get licensed. Requirements vary by state. The real talk. I'm 50 years old. Been in this industry since I was barely old enough to drink. Started as a sheet metal apprentice, worked my way up to foreman over 14 years, then launched my HVAC contracting business 15 years ago. That's 29 years being on job sites with every kind of tradesperson, and I've always respected the sprinkler fitters. Why? Because their work literally saves lives. Buildings don't get occupied without passing fire inspection. You're not just making money, you're doing something that matters. Plus, the work is steady. New construction never stops. Older buildings need retrofits. Inspections are required. You're recession-proof, future-proof, regulation-proof. And the money? Way better than most people realize. Number 4, industrial automation technician. All right, this is where the future lives. Robots, PLCs, SCADA systems, automated production lines. Every factory, warehouse, and manufacturing plant is going automated, and someone needs to install it, program it, and keep it running. That someone gets paid. The numbers, automation techs make $55K to $95K plus as employees. That's solid money. Specialized techs working on complex systems, robotics, vision systems, motion controls, $80K to $120K plus easy. And contractors, automation integration, companies doing industrial projects, $200K to $500K plus annually. The really big players doing automotive assembly lines, pharmaceutical packages, or food processing automation, $500K to $1.5 million plus. You're billing $125 to $250 an hour because this work is specialized and crucial. How do you get in? Community college programs in industrial automation, mechanics, or robotics technology. Usually 2 years. Or start out as a maintenance tech or industrial electrician and learn automation on the job. Get manufacturer certifications, Rockwell Automation, Siemens, Allen and Bradley, FANUC, robotics. Those certs are gold. Companies need people with them. The real talk. Look, I got 29 years watching the trades transform. And automation, that's the biggest transformation I've seen. Why? Because every company wants to automate. Labor is expensive. Robots don't call in sick, but robots break. And when they do, entire production lines shut down. That's where you come in. You're not just fixing machines, you're keeping factories operational. Companies lose tens of thousands per hour when production stops. You fix it. You're the hero, and heroes get paid. Plus, you're working in clean, climate-controlled facilities. No digging ditches. No crawling through attics in 120-degree heat. Trust me, I've done plenty of that. You're using your brain more than your back. And the industries that are hiring, they're rich. Automotive, pharma, food processing. They have money to spend. Number 3, precision machinists, the CNC machines. This is a trade for people who like perfection. We're talking measurements down to thousandths of an inch. Parts that fit exactly right. CNC, computer numerical control. Machinists create parts that make everything else work. Aerospace components, medical devices, automotive parts, defense equipment, custom tooling. If it needs to be precise, a machinist made it. The numbers. Entry-level CNC operators make $35K to $50K plus. That's your starting point. But skilled machinists who can program, set up, and run complex machines, $55K to $85K plus as employees. Master machinists doing aerospace or medical work, $70K to $110K plus. Now here's where it gets interesting. Machine shop owners doing custom fabrication and short run production, $150K to $400K plus annually. Shops specializing in aerospace, defense, or medical, $300K to $800K plus. Some shops with multiple machines running, lights out, 24/7 automated production, over $1 million. You're billing $75 to $150 an hour for machine time, plus material markup. How you get in? Community college, CNC machining programs, usually 1 to 2 years. Apprenticeships through manufacturers, especially aerospace and automotive companies. Military training. Lots of veterans transition into machining. You learn blueprint reading, G-code programming, setup, inspection, and quality control. Get certified through NIMS, National Institute for Metalworking Skills. Those certs are your credibility, the real talk. After nearly 3 decades in the trades, I've learned something. The people making the most money are the ones solving the hardest problems. Precision machining is hard. Not everyone can do it. You need patience, attention to detail, problem-solving skills, math skills. But if you've got the brain, you're working in climate-controlled shops. You're creating things that matter. Airplane parts, surgical instruments, components for spacecraft, and you're making bank doing it. Plus, manufacturing is coming back to America. Reshoring is real. Companies need domestic suppliers. Skilled machinists are in high demand. You get good at this, you write your own ticket. Hey everyone, quick pause before we go to the top 2. If you're sitting there thinking, these all sound amazing, but I have no clue which one fits me, I got you. Check out Course Careers. Talk to Coura. This is Course Careers' new AI career counselor. Coura will help you decide if HVAC, plumbing, electrical, construction project managing, construction estimating, architectural drafting, and supply chain coordinator fits your goals. And then you could start the free intro course it suggests, just like students across multiple industries have used to break into high-paying careers fast without any experience or college degree. The intro course will show you exactly what the job is like day to day and teach you how to get hired within 4 to 12 weeks. Not 4 years, 4 to 12 weeks. I'll leave the link in the descriptions and pinned in the comments below for you to check out. All right, let's get to the top 2. This is where it gets really good. Number 2, HVAC. All right, here we go. Heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. This is my world. This is what changed my life. And I'm about to show you exactly why this trade can make you a millionaire. Let me be real with you. I didn't start in HVAC thinking I'd get rich. I just wanted a steady work and decent money. Started as a sheet metal apprentice in the union, 14 years of learning the fundamentals. Came in knowing nothing. Left as a foreman running crews. But then something clicked. I was making other people wealthy. I was the one solving problems. I was the one customers trusted. So why was someone else getting rich off of my skills? 15 years ago, I became an HVAC contractor. Started my own business. That's 29 years total in the trades. Almost 3 decades. And I'm living proof this works. The numbers. HVAC techs make 45 to 90K plus as employees. Good solid middle class money. Experienced techs in high demand markets can push 70 to 110K plus. But contractors? Different universe entirely. HVAC contractors with residential and light commercial clients, 200K to 500K plus annually. Commercial HVAC contractors doing office buildings, hospitals, schools, 400K to 800K plus. The really big players with multiple crews running new construction and service, 1 million plus. I know guys clearing 7 figures. I know them personally. Your billing rate as a contractor, $100 to $200 an hour, depending on the market and complexity. Install a new AC system, that's 5K to 15K per job. Do 2 a day during the summer? You do the math. How you get in? Trade school or apprenticeships, usually 3 to 5 years to get really solid. You need an EPA certification to handle refrigerants. That's federal law, non-negotiable. Then you get your state license to pull permits and work independently. Many guys start with residential HVAC, get good, then move into commercial for bigger money. The real talk. This is where I get personal. I'm 50 years old. Started as a union sheet metal worker when I was young. Spent 14 years learning, grinding, climbing to foreman. Then I went out on my own 15 years ago. HVAC has given me everything. My house, my trucks, my lifestyle, my freedom. It's not easy. Let's be clear about that. You're in attics when it's 120 degrees. You're in crawl spaces with spiders the size of your hand. But it pays, and people need you desperately. Your AC breaks in July when it's 95 degrees out. You're not waiting 2 weeks for an appointment. You're calling right now, and you're paying premium. Emergency service calls? I've charged $200 just to show up, then $200 an hour to fix it. And people are happy to pay because they're miserable without AC. Here's what I love about HVAC. The barrier to entry is low. You don't need a degree. You don't need 100K in equipment to start. But the ceiling's high, unlimited potential. You can specialize, residential, commercial, industrial refrigeration, building automation, geothermal, whatever interests you. Plus, this trade isn't going anywhere. Climate change makes HVAC more important. Buildings getting smarter, that's HVAC controls. People moving into hotter climates, more AC needed. You're future-proof. You're recession-resistant. Essential. I've built a life in this trade. Not just a job, a business, a legacy. And I'm telling you, if I can do it, you can do it.
Hi, quick break here. I've been an HVAC tech for 29 years, and the best way I recommend to get into HVAC without having any experience is through Course Career's free HVAC course linked in the description. It will teach you exactly how to get hired. And if you decide on the full course, it covers everything you need to get your first job. The full course includes the skills to do the job and everything you need to actually get hired.
And number one, the trade that's making people millionaires while nobody's watching. Industrial instrumentation technician. Most people have never even heard of this, and that's exactly why it pays what it does. Let me break it down. Refineries, chemical plants, power plants, water treatment facilities, pharmaceutical manufacturing. These places run on sensors and control systems, temperature transmitters, pressure gauges, flow meters, level sensors, control valves, analyzers. These instruments are the nervous systems of industrial plants. When they fail, the entire operation shuts down. Millions of dollars lost every hour. You're the person who prevents that and fixes it when it happens. The numbers. Industrial instrumentation techs make 60 to 100K plus as employees. That's already strong money. But specialized techs in oil and gas, pharma, or nuclear, 90 to 150K plus. Senior techs with process control experience, pushing 170K plus in some markets. And contractors, instrumentation contractors doing industrial projects, turnarounds, and maintenance, 200 to 600K plus annually. The big integration companies doing refinery upgrades and plant expansions, 500K to 1.5 million. Some specialized contractors doing nuclear offshore work, even more. You're billing $150 to $300 an hour because the work is crucial and the skills set is rare. How you get in? Industrial instrumentation programs at technical colleges, usually 2 years. Military background helps, especially Navy nuclear technicians. Or start as an industrial electrician and specialize in instrumentation and controls. You'll learn calibration, loop checking, troubleshooting, programming, process control theory, and safety systems. Get ISA certifications, International Society of Automation, especially CAP, Certified Automation Professional. Those certs are your golden ticket. The real talk. I'm 50 years old, been doing this since my 20s, been 29 years total, watching people build wealth in the trades. And I'm telling you, industrial instrumentation is the apex. Why? Because it combines everything. Electrical knowledge, mechanical understanding, computer skills, problem-solving ability. You're working in industries that literally cannot afford downtime. A refinery shuts down unexpectedly. That's 2 to 5 million per day in lost production. Chemical plant goes offline, same thing. Power plant, even worse. These places need the best technicians, and they pay for them. The barrier to entry level is high, which means less competition for you. The work is technical and specialized, which means high value. The industry you serve are rich, which means big budgets. I've seen instrumentation techs in their 30s clearing 300K plus as contractors. They're not destroying their bodies. They're using their minds, working in climate control rooms and processing areas, solving complex problems, getting paid stupid money. If I was starting over today, knowing what I know after nearly 30 years in the trades, I'd seriously consider industrial instrumentation. It's the trade nobody talks about, and the people who know about it are getting rich. The bottom line, all 5 of these trades can make you a millionaire before 40. But industrial instrumentation, that's the cheat code nobody knows about. Most people don't even know it exists. The ones that do, they're living a life most people can't imagine. Now, let me tell you a secret that separates millionaires from everyone else. Specialization plus ownership. You notice the pattern in these 5 trades? They're all specialized, technical. Not everyone can do them. That's step 1. Step 2, go independent. Start your business. Build your crew. That's when you stop trading hours for dollars and start building equity. You want to be a millionaire? Pick one of those trades. Get really good at it. Master every aspect. Then go out on your own and scale. That's the formula. It worked for me. It's worked for hundreds of people I know. It'll work for you. Look, I took the leap. Became an HVAC contractor. That was 15 years ago. It changed my life. I've watched hundreds of people become millionaires in the trades. And I've watched thousands more waste their time at jobs they hate, making money for someone else. Here's what I know for sure. 5 years from now, you'll either be 5 years into building wealth or 5 years older wishing you'd started. You don't need permission. You don't need a college degree. You need to pick one and start. Enroll in a program. Apply for an apprenticeship. Make one phone call today. Just move, because the clock is ticking and your future self's begging you to start now. Trust me on this. If this video helped you, smash that like button. If you want more unfiltered trade career advice, subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'm here every week dropping real knowledge. No BS, no fluff. Just a 50-year-old guy who's been there, done that, and wants to help you. All right, one more thing before we go. You know why the electrician wins at poker? Because he knows when to hold him and when to shock the competition. Okay. That was terrible. But you know what's not terrible? Making $1 million before you're 40. Peace out.